Racing is always about precision. When you are racing at 250 kilometers per hour, you need to be very precise. I'm Nigel Bailly. I'm 35 years old and I'm a racing driver. As you can see, I'm in the wheelchair. I'm paraplegic still for the last couple of decades now, so it's been a long time in the wheelchair. But it doesn't stop me of, keep dreaming of racing. So I'm here. Everything is possible because at the first sight, when we started to create this kind of system for the cars that I'm racing with, it was quite brand new. Racing is such super demanding sometimes, and we have to be very precise. We don't have space for failure, especially with the brake system. So it's very important to see and to test that everything works perfectly. I'm racing with my hands, with my both hands. I have a special throttle, of course, a special brake system. But at the end, I have the same, same field as the other one. So I'm racing against them, and it doesn't make any difference. The fact of being in the wheelchair to race against that kind of person, and that makes me proud to be able to get some help from Blazers, Swisslug about the technology that I'm using to race. Prove around the world that we can create such system that works, that's solid, that's reliable. That's the most important to me. That because I would have done that if I didn't trust the person who has been working on the system. So, because it's my life again, it's very important not to crash and not to have any issue on track because it always has a risk. It's very important that we think about what could be the next issue in case of hazard on track, for example. So you need to be very focused on what you're doing, and it's very important to get everything perfectly down, perfectly machine, and perfectly precise, and perfectly, everything must be perfect. After my accident when I was 14 years old, I wanted to go further in racing, so I started with the go-kart after a few months after my accident. But I've been always dreaming of racing and to be able to race in a race car. But it came quite late when I was 27 because, I think at that time I was not ready for, and it seemed to be very difficult to reach. You know, when you dream of something, you have to uh, have everything combined to make it possible. But at that time, I was not able to combine everything. So um, everything started quite late for me. And after that, I raced at Le Mans 24 hours. I raced at Spa-Francorchamps 24 hours, which means those both races are the toughest races in the world. Basically, racing is about team spirit, because we are a team. We lose and we win together. It's all about working together, and go through some process, hard time, good time, and once everything going well, it's such a victory for everybody. I want people to believe in themselves about what they want in their life. But first of all, they need to work on harder, harder every day, because achieving your biggest dream, it doesn't come to you like you will like. You need to work on that.